Hello, my name's Cyrus Dickey from Global Document Solutions, and today we're going to look at the Kyocera 6551CI, which is a 65 page a minute digital colour machine. So with this particular machine, it comes standard with 2 paper trays, and it's typically a 4-standing machine. What most people like to do is add the additional 2 paper trays, so then you've got 4 in total. They're universal paper trays as well, so they fit A4 and A3, and you can adjust each tray to better suit what type of paper that you're after. So another excellent feature that I tend to love about these Kyocera machines is the document feeder. So you've got 2 particular options. One is your standard document feeder where you can scan double-sided documents, but what it will actually do is it will scan one side of the page, then flick it through and scan another side, which still gives you the desired result. But we find a lot of companies are loving this dual pass document scanner. So what that allows you to do is actually scan both sides of the document in one single pass. So not only do you get your scans more efficiently, there's less likelihood for paper jams and for things to go wrong in this doc feeder. So what we'll quickly do is an example of scanning these documents up here, which are double-sided, directly to the email address. So when we look at this particular screen here, all we need to do is go to the Send button, and we can preset frequently used email addresses here in this address book, or if you wanted to, you could simply type in the email address where you want that document to go to. But what we're going to do here is we're going to scan to our showroom email address, and then if we go to the Quick Setup button, this is where you can choose whether you want a one-sided document or a two-sided document, and you can also choose the resolution, so how, fine you want that scanned image to come through to your email address. Once we've chosen the correct settings, then we just simply press the Start button down the bottom, and right now this machine's scanning 2 sides of these pages in a single pass. So really efficient. In that short period of time we've scanned 16 pages, double-sided colour, back to our email address. So with these Tascolfa machines, they do come standard as copy, print, scan, and there is the option to add the fax on. We find that most people do want to add a fax, so rather than having a separate fax, which most people tend to have at reception, which can be quite expensive to use, we've got the fax here, so you can have preset fax destinations stored in the address book. So rather than typing in the number each time, you just press the button. You can send it to multiple destinations at one time. The other great thing is with the faxes, you can have them come through as hard copy if you wish, like you normally do. Or we find a lot of people want them set up to arrive as an email. So the great news is, with doing that, you've always got an electronic record on file. If it's a junk fax, you just delete it, because you don't want to be spending money for junk faxes. And you can always refer back to make sure that you haven't missed out on an important fax. So another great thing that our clients are loving about these machines is the ability to print from USB. So it's really handy if you've got people out on the road, perhaps they're out at a site, they're taking photos of particular things that need to be shot. Literally allows you to put your USB stick right in this little slot here, and this machine will open up the file. So it's just downloading those images at the moment to the machine, and here you can look at the various documents you have on there. You might decide to print a particular document off, hit the print button and the green button, and that document's coming out for you. So really handy for people on the go. So what you may have seen on one of the banners behind me is how important it is to look after the environment, and so many businesses are wasting a lot of paper. So a great feature that people tend to love, especially if you're in a corporate environment where you've got swipe cards, is this little feature in here, which means you can walk up to the printer, copier, you've stored your document in the server, you just go swipe your card, and then this machine will release the document. If you don't have swipe cards, that's perfectly okay as well. You can enter a PIN code. So the good thing is it does reduce wastage, and also the other great benefit is it's secure printing. So if you've got a confidential document, it doesn't have to sit on the tray here for everyone to see. You simply print it off and release it when you're up at the machine. So what we're going to look at here is this touch screen. So it's really a great screen, I find, because it's a bit like the iPad. Everybody tends to be quite familiar with it. and it's really quite easy to use. So we do find that we're putting a lot of these machines out in non-for-profit organisations and schools, and there may be people with disabilities, and to try and understand all these complex apps on the screen, it can be quite difficult. So by pressing this accessibility display, it literally just simplifies everything on the screen. For example, if you want to send an email, as you can see, these icons are a lot larger, and it just cuts out a lot of that unnecessary info that perhaps you don't need to see. The other thing we'll look at is, if we click to the home folder, the custom box. So this is like a hard drive. So where you've got an iPad or an iPhone and you can store thousands of songs, for example like iTunes, with this particular custom box, it allows you to store frequently used documents in the hard drive of the machine. So rather than having frequently used documents in your office sitting in a filing cabinet or a tray taking up lots of space, you simply have your frequently used documents stored on the machine, and as you need the document, you simply highlight that particular icon, click the start button, and that document will print out for you. So thanks so much for checking out our video today. I really enjoyed showing you the Kyocera range of products. If you have any additional queries, I'd love to answer them for you, so feel free to click on the link below or make contact with us on
1300 873 460.
And I would strongly encourage you, if you haven't sort of done a health check of your printing costs recently, it definitely is worthwhile jumping on our calculator. We can help run you through it over the phone, because the average mid-sized business that we're helping and recommending the Kyocera range of products, they're actually saving close to $40,000 over the term of their plan. So it's a lot of money. It's certainly better off in your pocket than paying to anyone else. Thanks for listening and have a great day.